Hello, BookTube. I'm Peg, BookTube addict. Book price addict, not BookTube. Okay. I wasn't really planning to make a video today. Actually, I'm planning a more prepared one for tomorrow, but some things happened. I just thought I wanted to come on today and talk a little bit at some things. Anyway, first of all, I have to say I have my seasonal necklace on. Our friend Sean, the book maniac, used to call me the book maniac. Yeah, I'm the addict. Anyway, he used to call me the crazy funky necklace lady, and I haven't done that for a while, but this is my Halloween to Thanksgiving necklace. It has pumpkins on it. There's another pumpkin down there, and this is some sort of natural straw material woven into a ball. Anyway, so I was at the library today, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute, and a man said, "It looks like you have your Thanksgiving dinner on you're wearing on your chest." I'm like, well, at least people notice. Okay, so before I'm going to get into what I'm going to show you today, just something brief, I want to talk a little bit the project I have in mind. I've been seeing on BookTube a lot, I've been watching it a lot, of big major booktubers that are bringing out a big TBR of books to be read by the end of the year, things they meant to read and didn't read, or you know, whatever. A lot of them look really good, and I don't think they really probably will get that much done, but I thought that looks like a good idea. In fact, I follow about 30 different book prizes. And this year I've been terrible. I've been terrible about making videos. I've been terrible about reading. Anyway, I've gotten behind on my book prizes. And now there'll be a whole bunch of new ones coming up right after the first of the year. And I want those. I want to read those. So anyway, I've made a little project for myself for each. I think I'm going to do it on Saturday. That way I can read all week and prepare. Anyway, I'm going to try to read and report on the 30 BookTube prizes that have been awarded. I'll just have the winner. Anyway, maybe catch up with my first love book prizes. And there's always some good ones, and I always learn a lot. Okay, so I'm going to tell you in a minute. I went to the library today to get some of the ones I read previously or tried to read previously that are on the book prize list that I'll be talking about on Saturdays when I do mine tomorrow. But first I wanted to catch you up on my plans for knitting. A lot of you have asked about my knitting, so I'm going to let you do something in a project with me as I work along. This is a shawl I made for a friend of mine. She wouldn't want me showing her face. She's a beautiful lady, and this was taken when I visited her at her Colorado mountain home. You can see it's a beautiful back deck. The other side has a great view down the mountain. Just a wonderful home. And I had made this as a, present for her when I went to visit her, the shawl, and it wraps around. It's really very long, and she looks great in it. Anyway, so let's just make this short. We had a call from she and her husband the other day. They live in the Colorado mountains, and the Colorado wildfires got to their house within very few minutes, came over a hill. They had very few minutes to get out. They lost everything. Even the trees on the property were burned. And it's just, they were in shock. Now, you just wonder, what do you do when a friend goes through that? And they have insurance. They're going to be okay in the long run. But I just wanted to do something. I know they didn't even have any time to save any clothes. So I've decided I'm going to knit her a new red shawl, red shawl, and you can't tell, this is wrapped all around her. It's really like 6 feet long. So tomorrow I started this week. I'd love to finish it by Christmas. So tomorrow I'm going to start showing you what I do the first week and how show you as I go through the process of knitting another red shawl for my friend. What was I going to say? Well, I was going to tell you more about knitting. No, that's okay. Anyway, so people always ask me how long it takes to knit something big like that. So you'll get an idea when you see what I do every week. Okay, let's see. As I was getting ready for my first book prize report of the year tomorrow, I have several books. I'm trying to give a little more in-depth report on both those and the prize. I noticed that several of the prizes have a theme or a title of water. Now, not just water as a setting, but water is almost a character in the novels. Watery atmosphere. There's even one where it quotes on the back that strange things happen around water. And they really are in the ones I'm going to report on tomorrow. And I thought, that's interesting. I really like, books about water. I like books with any good atmosphere and setting. So as I was at the library today, as I mentioned before, I don't think anybody goes to the library but me these days because there's a huge amount of new books on the new bookshelf. So I wasn't going to get any because I've got so many to read to catch up on the book prizes. But I did take a quick look through the new bookshelf, and I couldn't believe how many new books they have out on that have water either in the title or the setting or something. And I just thought I'd show you all and see if any of you have read any of these. And if you have and you like them, let me know. I've got them checked out for 3 weeks, so even though I've got plenty otherwise to read. Anyway, let me just go through them quick, and you can tell me if you know them or if they sound good or anything. Okay, the first one I think is not new. It's a reprint. It's called After Me Comes a Flood by Sarah Perry, who wrote The Essex Serpent. Was her prize-winning novel, more recent, definitely about water. This certainly sounds like this is going to have some water in it. So that's the first one. Next we have An Ocean Without a Shore. Look at the good-looking guy in the bed there. Okay, this is by Scott Spencer, who I've read some of his. He's a pretty good writer. And actually I realized when I got to reading about it, this is the second this is a sequel to one called Endless Love, which if you've read it, tell me, do I need to read Endless Love first? Anyway, so it mentions on it that I think it's more about love than water. It talks about sideline passion that can grow huge, anguished, and absolutely essential. Ooh, that sounds kind of good. Okay, next we have Drifts by Kate Zambrano. This is quite new. I've seen it, I think maybe she's a little bit of a experimental type writer. I'm not sure. Anyway, this certainly looks like it's going to be about water. It's a picture of water called Water. There's a blurb on the back by Mary Louise Bennett, who wrote the book, really good book, called Pond. So another watery author. She mentions that she has created a spirited shape-shifting read. So that, I kind of like that when it says shape-shifting. It usually means a little bit of magical realism or things a little bit uncanny happening. I think I like that. Okay, the next one is called Sea Wife, and it is about the perils of living at sea. I guess the people actually live at sea, and also about portraying a marriage and parenthood at sea. I don't know if the whole family goes there or whatever. Anyway, okay, and the last one I have to show you is called Lake Life. This is real new. I've seen it actually on BookTube a few times. Definitely looks like it's about water. There's water in the background, and it's got some good blurbs on the back from authors I know and like. I guess it's about a family that goes to the beach for the summer in North Carolina and what happens there with the great beachy atmosphere. I've read several books recently about spending the summer at the beach. It'd be nice to do. Okay, I'm ready to go right now. Okay, that's it. As I said, I'm preparing tomorrow to start my reporting on the BookTube prizes of the year that I didn't talk about. So I'll be back then. Have a good reading day, guys. Bye.